Welcome back, everyone, to our Cantonist Levies campaign for Master of Command. This is Power of the Constitution, and last time we left off with the Battle of Grebenstein. It looks like it's going to be a tough fight. They have very capable artillery, some of which is elite. Netherlander troops are quickly becoming a problem for us on a consistent basis. We have French line troops, several recruits and things. French veterans, chasseurs, volontaires, and cavalry. Alright. Let's see how we do. We did lose some of our Hussaren last time. We actually lost a unit of Hussaren, and we got a unit of Dragoner to replace them. So, very good. Very good, very good, yes. We will be taking up these positions again because I very much liked that for a change of pace compared to our usual. Let us adjust our troops here a little bit. Grenadiers are excellent. The cavalry will be on the left wing. Excellent. Okay, yes, that's the new Dragoons, only 323. Yikes. Best to keep them out of the fighting. Okay. Artillery. Excellent. Alright. General behind them. Alright, let us see. We want our line troops to take the greatest positions. Up here, anyway. We want to try to get a position like so. Perhaps we put the guns here, actually. That would keep them further from the front line. That would make me feel better about it. That's for sure. Grenadiers can get where they need to go very quickly regardless, so. And deployment. Let's go ahead and set up the Grenadiers. Wow. Artillery Grenadiers. Oh my goodness. Alright. Move up the troops. Move up the troops yet further. Get the Grenadiers up here somewhat. And position the general somewhere in here to his liking. Excellent. Make sure we move the cavalry. And then we will begin against this encampment army. Hopefully, we will see great success. But here we go. I suppose we will find out. Alright, got the line troops set up here. Excellent. Begin setting up more troops. Ooh, I don't want the commanding officer there. No. I want some of the skirmishers and the like to be up here. That's what I want. We may have to actually set up along this line a little bit more. I think that's what we'll have to do. Set up along the fence line. Looks pretty good. Doesn't look too bad. Alright. And then set these guys up here on the hill. Alright, that looks fairly good for now. We're going to send these guys. I want them over here. I want them to face more of the brunt of the fighting. Excellent. Alright, and then we're going to send the recruits and fusiliers here. Set some fusiliers here. Begin to spread the... Let me see where their grenadiers are. Veteran fusiliers. Alright, recruits here on the right. Fusiliers. Okay. Alright. Thankfully their equipment doesn't seem to be too crazy. Those Hussaren are really tough. The Gendarmerie have 77 charge. 74 for the French Hussaren. Yikes. Artillery. 89 accuracy. Wow, that's dangerous. Ooh, 38-second reload for Brummers. That's dangerous. Okay. Excellent. Muy important. Preparing for battle. Set up the artillery. In an attack position. Excellent. Excellent. Alright. They are a balanced army. Did forget to check that again. Very, very pleased with that feature. Still somewhat getting used to looking and seeing what kind of army they are, however. Definitely something to work on. Excellent. Did I remove bayonets? I did. Okay, good, 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 good. Excellent. Yes, excellent. Okay. Moving up the Grenadiers. Giving them a little bit thinner line just so they don't get blown apart by artillery. That would be rough. Be extremely bad. Okay. Need to set up the Fusiliers here on the wings. Excellent. Alright, that looks good. Everything looks pretty good about that so far. Okay. Fusiliers. And recruits. Excellent. Okay, you know what? I'm going to shift these Grenadiers to the center. I'm going to put our strong Grenadiers here on the flank with our recruits. Just seems like that might work out a little bit better for us. Alright, nearly in position. Here they come. Oh no. Okay, alright, good. I was like, don't tell me our artillery is... Oops, I didn't want to unlimber them. That's not great. Don't tell me our artillery is firing on skirmishers. That would be very irritating to me. That would not be something that pleased me in the slightest. Not even a little. That would be very, very displeasing. Extremely disappointing, shall we say. There goes their artillery opening fire on us. Excellent. Our artillery may begin to open fire upon the enemy. Okay, what are you guys doing? Can you, like, not do that? That'd be great, thanks. Can you just, like, not? Thank you. Okay, they are attempting to kind of flank us. Not to be too concerned, it's not going to work very effectively. Alright, good thing is we do have cover for our men. So, very, very pleased about that. We can all begin firing at these guys. Yes, move back into position first, shall we? Can we do that? That'd be great, thanks. Yikes, artillery problems. Not my favorite problems in the world to have. But we are remedying the situation. Okay, wait, why are you moving forward? They were plenty in your range, though. I don't understand. Why the need to move forward? I do not understand what you are doing. Seems rather ridiculous to me. Gendarmerie, let's see. Let's try to get the Dragoner in here. Let's see if they will charge them. They are moving the Gendarmerie, but not for that purpose, apparently. Oh, yes, okay, well, let us head over here, retreat, run away, excellent. Okay, yes. Hit them in the flank, shall we? Excellent, all together now. Great, 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 great. The only problem is, our cuirassier took a crap ton of damage. And I do believe they got canistered. Perhaps not, but generally that tends to be a big problem for us. Charge. We're going to start folding their flank. You see their flank? Yes, sir. I don't want to. Very good. Very good, sir. Excellent. And they've already routed. Very, very good. Moving on to the next. Oh, I did not realize. That's not great. Our line troops are hurt. Not excellent. Let's focus on the cavalry here, shall we? Alright, I want you back in position, however. Alright, we need to begin folding the line a little further. Okay, they're coming after our grenadiers. Alright, and they are sending troops after our cavalry up here as well on the flank, so... Alright, what is our bracing? I can't quite tell. 28%? Alright, we should be good. They're attacking our grenadiers from the front. That is a very dangerous thing for them to be doing. Hitting them in the flank with our grenadiers. Excellent. We've run them off. All the better. Hit them in the flank once more. Alright. Okay, yes, they have settled now for that. Excellent. Okay, these guys all need to kind of line up here. Well, except you. I didn't want you to do that. Okay, well. I suppose they all want to do so now. Not you. Okay, stop it. Oh, okay, for crap, that's not great. For some reason, I thought they already overcame those guys. I suppose not. Oops, okay. They are charging us. Our cuirassiers, man, they are getting Donkey Kong wrecked. Like, yeah, that's the artillery. Yeah, artillery canister fire is devastating them right now. Okay, we need to go in here quickly and take out their guns. Because their guns are just massacring my troops. That's not great. Royal recruits coming at us. Alright, we can deal with that. What is our artillery focusing on? Let's focus on these Fusiliers right here. Oof. Alright, the Dragoons just got canistered in the face. It's not great. Yikes. That canister fire is devastating right now. We'll be alright. Just a little rough. Take out the 5th Royals, boys, quickly. We're going to pull back the cavalry. They're hurt so bad right now. We may as well. Send the general up here close. Alright. Pull these guys back. They have some troops returning there on that right wing. Alright. Want them to slaughter as many of those troops as we possibly can get them to. So Fusiliers. Okay, and then the Netherlander Fusiliers are still hanging out there kind of as well. Alright. Good to know. Good to know. Gonna give them the cold steel. Charge, boys. Do it together. Excellent. I'm not gonna last long against that. Let's see. Yeah, we can win the charge here. Hopefully. Oop, they did receive some fire. Our boys got this, though. They're gonna break them. They will break them savagely, even. Pull you back here. Excellent. Massacre them. Very good. Excellent. Very good. I'm contented to let my grenadiers and my troops massacre as many of them as we possibly can. Ah, very good. Let's get down here and protect the guns, shall we? Bring the cavalry down here as well. General over here. We can shift these guys over here. Excellent. And our elite grenadiers back here as well. Charging their lines. We'll see if they get a volley off on us, but we can definitely overcome them. Especially hitting them in the flank. That ain't going to be good for them. They're going to break here shortly. Alright. They're tough. They're tough, but they're broken. And that is the battle. Alright guys, good work. Thankfully, nobody got shattered. That was really sad last time. Alright. 1457. That's a lot of gold. That's good stuff. That is good stuff. Ooh, got some really good items too. Tollers and ammo. Doctrine. 5 ammo daily, or well-kept arms, range, and accuracy. We're going to do well-kept arms. That's awesome. I like that. That's a pretty good little doctrine. Alright. Excellent promotions there. That's great. Let's see. Are you converged? You are not converged yet. Okay, I believe these two are converged. Converged, yes, okay. And our cavalry is all upgraded, I believe. Yes, veteran Husarin. Dragoner. Okay, not sure what they're doing just yet. Artillery. Field, horse, field. Okay, so they need to upgrade as well. Alright, let's see. We can put that on them. We can give this to them. Okay, and we'll give this to these guys. Do we have... No, so we need that for them. They have excellent ones. Okay, great. Check the Fusiliers. They do not. They are next. Let's see, picks. Those are good picks. They don't have picks. They have accuracy boost. Okay. Give that to them. Cartridge boxes. We can give them the cartridge boxes for now. Let's see. This is charge and move speed. Okay. Infantry hangers. Not bad. Now, what about armor? Let's give this to them instead. Give them the, well... No, I think it's probably better for these guys here. There we go. That's good. Alright. Fair enough. Fair enough. This is 6 accuracy, 2 reload. So it's better than the good one there. Alright. Alright, excellent. 159, enemy HQ is in pursuit. We want to try to get this. And we need to get these things here. So let's see if we can actually get all this stuff. I'm not certain that we'll have the opportunity to do so, especially since we're going the same way. Inspired populace, that's great. Encampment. Oh boy. Enemy HQ is like coming at us, man. Provide blankets. Ooh. Yep. Nope. Couldn't make it to the fort or the settlement. Alright, here's the HQ battle. They are defensive. They have French field artillery, 3. They've got Swiss veteran fusiliers. Ooh, that's dangerous. 2 French gendarmerie. 2 French dragoons. Austrian veteran fusiliers, Hungarian grenadiers, Austrian grenadiers, Austrian horse grenadiers. So 5 cavalry. Yikes. The Lorraine Guards, French veteran grenadiers, German grenadiers, and French fusiliers. This could be a tough fight, guys. This could be a very tough fight. Should be fun. Should be a good one. Should be tough, though. We'll see how it goes. Alright, terrain. Excellent. We do have... There's a river here. Not sure if there's a good way to use it, though, unless we set ourselves up here, but then... Well, they will have to swing half their army across. We could rush across here and fight this wing and hold this part of the river here. It's either that, or we fight with this string of hills and the woods here. I like the idea of rushing across the river. I'm not sure why. I just really like it. I think it's the play. I think it's what we're going to try to do. Grenadiers in the center. Cavalry on the right wing again. Yikes, they did not get much chance to recover. Okay. Yikes. Yeah. We may, I don't know, I really want to knock out their artillery. Do they have canister shot? They almost always carry some canister. Okay, those guys have canister. They have canister, they don't. Okay, well... I'm not certain, but I don't want to lose any of my cavalry. I'm going to have to keep these 2 back. Maybe the others will be able to take out their artillery. Just don't want them to be caught alone and not be able to do what they're supposed to do. Alright. Everybody across. Everybody across. Get over there ASAP. Time to run the gauntlet, boys. Let's see, artillery. Would it be good to position them up here? It looks like it might be a good spot for that situation. Because up here, I don't want them in the woods. They can be vulnerable to enemy fire. We may move them up if we can, but for now, I want to keep them out of harm's way if possible. The enemy is defensive anyway, so they try to take a defensive position and come at us, so we will just rush down their gullet and just hammer their right wing with our left. Basically our whole army, actually. Yeah, brilliant. Okay. Keep the cavalry back here somewhere. I think we can set up the artillery right here. I think we can. I think that'll be alright. Get the general over here. Excellent. I think they're starting to realize what we're doing. They're starting to adjust their forces a little bit. Hoping to get part of their army trapped on this side of the river by moving faster than they can possibly anticipate us doing. That's the goal. Whether we succeed or not, who knows. Does sound like their guns are about ready to open up on us. Let's see if we have a little bit more space now to put our guns up here. Alright, excellent. Okay, the Lorraine Guard, we have 137 and 113. I believe we can crush the Lorraine Guards and the Veteran Grenadiers. I don't want to receive too much fire, though. Our guys don't have that much. Problem is they're unsupported. Maybe we can get there before we receive fire. Oh wow, this would be a great move. If we can knock out these Grenadiers quickly. Wow, our Grenadier boys are up there. They are, talk about running it down their throats. That's awesome. Wow. That's brilliant. They are massacring their Grenadiers. Freikorps Grenadiers are something different, man. They are built different. Alright. Let's get the general over here so he can oversee things. Just to be sure it continues to go well. Okay, they got 60 and, well, 70 and 64. Okay. 73. 61. Okay, so still the 4 column is the best, I think. Alright, we need to set this up in a line. Excellent. And then these guys. Okay, let's see. 73, 64. Ooh, okay. We better wait. We better do these two together. Truly, we better wait. Excellent. We shattered them. Hit the Lorraine guards in the rear. Let's do it. Excellent. Look at that. Morale just dropped to nothing. Look at that. That's brilliant. We're going to attack them now while they're vulnerable. I know I said initially I wanted to wait for the guys, but we're going to attack them now. They're still trying to figure out what to do. I don't know if that counts as getting hit in the flank or not, or if that's in the front. But, yeah, that's great. I'm going to spread them out here because I don't think they're going to get over there fast enough to have too much of an effect. Excellent. We got the cavalry hanging out over here. Chase down the Lorraine guards, boys. Shatter them. Excellent. Alright, now I want you back here down the main line to protect against cavalry and the like. That's brilliant. And if they decide they're not going to come against our defensive position here across the river, we will just respond by hammering them down the flank with our grenadiers and the like. So let's actually keep moving the Fusiliers this way. It does look like the enemy is holding their ground. Pull our cavalry over here to protect against enemy charges and the like. Don't want our men getting too tired. Let's see, what are we targeting over here? We need to be targeting something that's not... That's a huge problem. Yeah, the horse grenadiers, I think that quantifies as a huge problem. Alright. Yeah, everybody fire on the horse grenadiers. Excellent. Okay. Ah, they want to hit my general. My bombard general. Excellent. Moving the grenadiers up here. Gonna charge the Fusiliers in the flank. Maybe we do need the cavalry up here as well so they can support the grenadiers in melee combat because we're about to engage their cavalry. Keep moving up. We'll just have the infanterie hold the line. Yep, we better get ready to move up here. It looks like they're going to attack our grenadiers. Excellent. Support one another, grenadiers. Come on. Oof, they are firing their artillery over there at our grenadiers. That's not good. Ah. Are they coming at us? They might be. Let's go ahead and hit the gendarmerie right here. I really want to have my men have a chance to relax a little bit. Alright, so we defeated their horse grenadiers, but let's get our men back. They are tired. Excellent. Artillery, keep hammering their cavalry. Put our cavalry in support here, but let's not... need to spread out our grenadiers. They're taking canister fire. That is devastating. Yikes. Okay. It's tough. Ooh, French dragoons giving us... They're charging us, and we have a problem. We don't have much to come help them with. Gonna pull the grenadiers back. Pull the cavalry back. And all except for those fusiliers and such will be grouped up here on the flank. That should work nicely. No, you're not shooting that. You're shooting that. Open fire, boys. Need to do a really strong volley here. Excellent. Alright, that's a good volley. Bayonets. Get the artillery back to firing up there. Come on, boys. Come on, boys. Repulse them. Show the French dragoons. Do not disappoint, Frederick. That would be... He would be so disappointed. It'd be even worse than him being mad, wouldn't it? Alright. We are pulling the grenadiers back. Very good. I don't really want them to rush at speed, though. That wouldn't be good. Okay. Alright, repositioning them there. Excellent. Hungarian grenadiers. Got the dragoons. Ouch, that canister fire is nasty. Fire on them, boys. Alright, what's our artillery firing at? Let's fire on the dragoons, shall we? The cavalry is the biggest threat to us at this very moment. Enemy artillery is doing a number on us. Let's see. 112, 480. Oh, wow. 444. That's pretty bad. Our artillery hasn't done that much like theirs has, but we've been a lot more targeted about how we do ours. So, alright, we're going to move the infantry up, and they're going to have cavalry support right behind them. Alright, excellent. Our guns have run off the dragoons. Target the gendarmerie. Ooh, we are getting hit in the flank. Okay. Alright, we're going to pull back the flank a little bit here. And we're going to set up the grenadiers as well. Alright. I think we can go in with the cavalry. Time to charge the enemy. See if we can intercept. Okay, that line ain't doing a whole lot more now, so we can adjust it. Alright, move up the line infantry. Alright. Engage all of them. There we go, boys. Now get the guns. Quickly now. Quickly, quickly. Excellent. Alright, they're out of guns. Very, very good. Okay, move the grenadiers down here now a little bit. We're going to move all these troops across as well. Their men are very, very tired now as well, which is very good news for us. I mean, I know our guys are too, but not quite in the same degree as theirs are. Artillery, you're not targeting anything. Let's target something, shall we? Very good, very good. Charging in, excellent. Very good news. Got the guns targeting right there, that's great. Grenadiers, let's move up. General, Bombad General. Let's get down here, shall we? Excellent. Ooh, they're still pretty tough, though. Artillery, target the Austrian Fusiliers. Excellent. Oof, they are taking damage. So our melee stats 22 and 44. We got this. Do it up, boys. Do it up. Excellent. Very, very good. Alright, they have one unit left. Bodes ill for them. They decided they were just going to kind of sit over here. That's very interesting. The Swiss decided to let the French go to their doom. That's pretty hilarious, actually, when you think about it. Oops. The French have gone to their doom. I'm going to bring one artillery piece up to deal with this problem. Going to have the cavalry back here behind the lines again. Bring up one infantry unit. And here comes the Swiss. They have decided that they understand the error of their ways. Oof. That was a really tough hit. Yikes. Ouch. Painful damages. Yes, very much so. Come on, Grenadiers, get down here. Let's see, what's their reload? Reload's 39 seconds. We got 24 seconds. 91 accuracy to their 74. Okay. Not too bad. That's the battle. Very good. That really messed them up. That's, like I've said before a few times now that we've faced the defensive armies. If you face a defensive army, just attack, 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 attack. It'll totally throw them off. which is awesome. I'm really pleased with that. Okay. Yeah, 625 kills for the French field artillery, 158 for the other French field artillery, and the final French field artillery, 516. That's rough. Gendarmerie, 197. Horse Grenadiers, 287. 110 for French veteran Grenadiers, and German Grenadiers got 204. Otherwise, that was basically all their kills. The other guys, they didn't really do a whole lot. Our artillery did very well. Cavalry did good for what they did. We did keep them out of some of the fighting. The Grenadiers, man, 1801, 1609, 1281. Fusiliers didn't do a whole lot. Line infantry, 1,000 plus kills for each one, with the exception of the Prussian, who got 774. They didn't have quite as good a position there, though, and had to adjust. I do believe they're the ones that got charged by the cavalry as well, so they weren't shooting as much like I want them to. All right, this works out. I'm going to do dollars and ammo, perhaps. We do need items to upgrade our troops, but we also need veterancy and provisions if we're going to force march. We'll do dollars and ammo, because we can burn settlements a lot in this next act as well. We're going into Act 3. Very good. Ooh, I didn't know that was a thing. Oh, camp. Ooh, you can click on the tent. Now look at that. That's neat. I like that. Okay. That is awesome. I like that a lot. You can see specific history of the division. You can even see the individual kills for each unit now. And their commanding officer beside. And you can add them to the Hall of Fame if you think they're epic. Alright. That's very interesting indeed. I like seeing that. That's kind of cool. I didn't realize that we had something like that. That's awesome. Alright. Speaking of which, let's see what we need here. Can give something to them. Cartridge boxes. They all have cartridge boxes? No? Okay, now they do. Alright. Let's see, we have that. That's armor of the gold variety. It's basic, 25%. That is 25%, so we're going to put that on. That's better than the basic plate armor. Alright. Choose your doctrine. Tribute collection, $100 first time you visit a settlement, which would go along with our Cantonist recruits doctrine that we have for getting recruits and reservists every time you visit a settlement, but item cost does go up. Flanking fire damage. The only problem I have with this one is cool, but like even when we do an oblique heavy order just like the last battle, we still face most of the enemies head on rather than doing flanking attack, but we focus heavily on the one side and push them out with the bayonet usually. So I still don't think that'd be as helpful to us. Now, item sale profit at settlements, that's super helpful for us. I think $100 for visiting a settlement because we're going to want to visit as many as possible here. So let's see. What kind of unit do we need? So we have one recruit. We have more than one recruit, but we have a recruit here. We need a Fusilier and a Grenadier, so we can keep that in mind. So, Musketeers. Alright. Offensive Spirit Doctrine. Human Wave. Salary. I don't really like any of those, though. Let's re-roll this one. Let's see what happens. I forgot the von Prusen is a special unit. Did we make it by a special unit or not? No, we didn't. We just kind of made them. Okay. That's fine. We kind of already have them, but field hospitals are pretty good. Powder Master is not bad, but we don't really need it this late. Let's try again. Blitz for forts, oblique, salary written. Nah. We're going to try one last time. See what we get. Easton pleads cadence marching. That's pretty good, actually, for Thuringia. Raid Westphalia. Suppress Franconia. Of course, human wave attacks is not too bad either. Alright, well... let's get cadence marching. We'll do Occupation of Thuringia. Let's do that. Looks good. Act 3. Thuringia. Alright, let's see. Scorched Earth. General. The country ahead has been put to the torch. Storehouses are empty, mills are broken, wells fouled, and what little remains is dear to buy. Morale will suffer in this barren ground. Proceed with extreme caution. The enemy has posted their best troops here to force a decisive engagement and end the war. Choose your ground carefully, and press hard when you find the enemy's main body. Beat them here and the war is won. You've carried the army this far, hold firm and you will finish it. Excellent. Alright, very good. Okay. Doing good. We have only 140 days. So, 6 settlements, that's easy. 3 forts. We have 1 in the far southeast. 4 here in the central/north. Alright, so I think I'm going to go down here first and then head back up because this is where the majority of stuff is at. Supply cache, 3 days. There's nothing here that's worth 3 days. I don't ever do the Act 3 supply cache because the 3 days for such a short amount of time you get is not worth whatever you'll find in there, so it just ain't. Just ain't worth it. Stable, excellent. We can use that. We can use the steppe horses, I do believe. Heavy saddles. Can sell a lot of this stuff here. Alright, heavy saddles, let's see. They already have some heavy saddles and that. Excellent. They've got one of those. They have heavy saddles. Great. They don't have either one of those. And they don't either. Alright, let's get rid of that. Okay. Heavy armor. They have the light armors. They have the light armors. Okay. Very good. What kind of horses do we have? Good. Okay. Excellent steppe. Good Hungarian. Excellent steppe. Alright. That's good to have. Quartermaster. Excellent picks. Excellent basket weaves. Water buckets, gunner's implements. Wow. Some really great stuff at the quartermaster this time. Bibles, coffees, beers. Excellent. Gunsmith. Let's see what this got. Excellent Jaeger rifles. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. That seems like a really good play. Excellent Tula carbines. We can spend on that. Hoping for another Geschwindigstock, but I guess we don't have another one just yet. Alright, let's equip some of this stuff before we figure out what else we're going to do here. That's great. Alright, gun picks, excellent. They have excellent, they have excellent. They don't. Which means they don't. They have good. Yep, good. Good, okay. These boys are going to become grenadiers. That's what we're going to do with them now. Very good. Very pleasing. Let's see here. Put these on those guys. Buckets. Need to take care of that right quick. Gunner's implements. Do they all have excellent? Nope, they do not. But things are looking up. Alright, we got some better bayonets. Very good. Don't need to hold on to this one anymore. We have good picks all the way around. Great. Jaeger rifles. We want to put it on the unit with the highest reload stat. Yeah, 23 reload with Jaeger rifles. That's amazing. Let's put that on there. Alright, carbines. We have 2 that are lacking carbines. Did we throw carbines on somebody and I forget? No, okay, we didn't. Alright. Let's see the big major difference here. More accuracy, less range, less reload. It's okay, it's not really amazing or anything. Coffee. Do we have coffee for all the artillery? That's the key. That's the big kicker. We do not. Do they have Bibles for all the cavalry? We do not. Okay, they have some other religious icons there. Okay. Bedrolls, which we've had to give up for several events. Alright. Alright, not bad. Not too shabby. Let's sell some of the other junk. Gunsmith. We do need one more set of carbines. Not real hip on these though, too much, to be honest. Excellent. Alright, that works well. As does that. Tulas, great. And more Tulas. Alright. I'll wait to get more carbines. We could get excellent Souls though. That seems like a good idea. Charleville or Delft? Let's see. Charleville just seems better overall, in my opinion. Alright, that's the gunsmith, town square. I think we're doing good on that. Let's see, do we need spirit rations? Yeah, we better get it. Alright, that's excellent. That's not excellent. That's not excellent. And they don't have any, so we'll go ahead and do that. Infantry hangers and iron ramrods. I'm not fond of the horseshoes very much. There's better options for stamina and speed. It doesn't give much speed either. Yeah, I'll pick them up. That's fine, I'll get them. Stable, yeah, we're good. Okay. Pretty good haul. Gonna get food. And, oh no. What are we doing? What is this? Rutrow headquarters. Something is burning. Ah, that's where our muskets come from. Maybe that was a bad idea in retrospect. Too late now. Ah, very good. Riding boots, we needed those. We needed these quite desperately. Ammunition stores. Very good to have. Let's see. You don't have any of that, so that'll be quite good. Excellent. Alright. So guys, I'm going to call it here now that we burned this. We're in Act 3. Next time we continue, we'll do Act 3. We'll go to the settlements, get some forts, Gonna head down this way first, clear that, head up north since all the forts are here, head over to the east. We'll see how much we can get accomplished before we have to fight the headquarters army. Pretty good battle there for the HQ. Thank you all for joining me. God bless.